Hi guys, welcome to Bodrum, Turkey. A beautiful setting for our yoga practice today. We will flow through a sequence designed to relieve lower back pain, a common discomfort that often stems from our lifestyles and long hours of sitting. Let's move mindfully and work towards finding relief and relaxation in our bodies. Get ready to stretch and restore balance to your lower back. Let's begin by coming onto our back. Plant your feet onto the mat and release your upper body down. Release your head and relax your arms beside your body. Take a deep breath in, arriving on the mat, and then bring your knees in and give yourself a little hug, starting to roll from side to side, massaging the spine. Remember to be gentle to yourself during this practice and to focus on your breath and on the relaxation in your lower spine. Few more rocks from side to side. Now grab the knees with your hands and start to circle your knees to your left, making these circles as big as possible. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes and just follow my voice. Bring the knees in and then reverse the circle, going to the right now. Just continuing to massage the spine. Bring the knees in, and then you will open the knees, bring them back, close the knees and bring them into your body. So opening the knees out and circling in this way for a few times. Guiding our knees with our hands, and please feel free to go in your own pace. Then bring your knees back in and give yourself a nice hug here. Release, plant the feet onto the mat, hands beside your body, and we will continue with our first exercise. On your inhale, you will slightly lift your lower back off of the mat and bring space between your lower back and the mat. Try to check with your hand how much space there is between your back and the mat. And on your exhale, you're going to lower the spine and press it onto the mat. Engage your core. Hold. Very nice. On your inhale, lift the lower back again. Exhale, press it onto the mat. Few more times. Inhale, lift the lower spine. Exhale, press it back down onto the mat. Now, Hera was kind of interrupting me here and scared me for a moment, but let's continue with the practice. Inhale, lift the lower back, create space, and exhale, press it onto the mat. Be very mindful of these small movements. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release onto the mat. One more time. Inhale, lift the lower back. And exhale, release it onto the mat. Release your arms now next to your sides And we're going to come into bridge pose. Bring your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. And then from here, you're going to round your spine up, bring your hips up towards the sky. Hold this bridge pose, and then bring your arms over your head. Inhale. Engage your glutes, engage your back. And on your exhale, you're going to round your spine back onto the mat, and at the same time, bring your arms down next to your body. Flowing up and down a few times. Inhale, bring the hips up, bring your arms over your head, engage your back. Hold this bridge pose. Exhale, slowly roll down onto the mat. Again, inhale, roll up, arms over your head, send your hips up to the sky. Hold. And exhale, release onto the mat. Beautiful, my friends. From here, we are going to bring the knees in and grab the back of our legs. Rolling back and forth a few times, up into boat, back onto the mat, up and back, up, and then stay here in this boat pose. Find your balance, extend your arms, let go of your legs, and hold. Engage your core. Exhale, release your feet and come into a seated position on your mat. We're gonna go right into a twist. Bend your right knee, your right foot comes next to your left hip. Your left foot is crossing your right knee, and then bring your left hip down onto the mat, squaring out the hips. Hug your left knee with your right arm and bring your left arm back, looking over your left shoulder. A nice twist for the spine. Stay here and take a few deep breaths in this twist. Keep both sitting bones grounded on the mat. On your inhale, extend through the spine, and on your exhale, try to twist a little bit deeper. One more inhale. And exhale, untwist your body, untwist your legs, and switching right to the other side now. Bending your left knee, a left foot comes next to your right hip. Your right foot crosses your left knee, and then square out your hips, connecting both sitting bones to the mat. Hug your right knee with your left arm. Your right hand comes back behind you, looking over your right shoulder, and twisting from the belly button again. Deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, release into this twist. Let your body find its own way to relax into the poses. Don't force anything. Remember to be gentle with your body today. Deep breath in. And exhale. Come back to center. Untwist your legs. And meet me in a tabletop position on your mat. Bring your knees underneath your hips, your hands directly underneath your shoulders. We are going to come into cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly, open the chest, and look up. On your exhale, you round your spine, suck your belly in, and tuck your chin in as well. Hold. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the spine, suck the belly in, create space between the vertebrae. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in. And then from here, come back to neutral. And then send your hips back towards your heels, sitting back into child's pose. Hands come to the front of the mat. Release your forehead onto the mat, your upper body onto your thighs. And relax. Relax your neck and stretch out your shoulders and your arms. Let go of any tension in your body. From this child's pose, we will come into more spinal movements. On your inhale, you're going to round your spine and your hips forward. Drop your hips down onto the mat and open your chest into cobra. Elbows are close to the body. And on your exhale, you're going to press into the hands, send your hips back, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, round forward, bring the hips down, cobra, open the chest. Exhale, press into the hands, hips back into child's pose. Beautiful, one more. Inhale, round forward, drop your hips, cobra. And now we hold this cobra, engage your back muscles. And if you want, try to lift your hands off of the mat and release them back onto the mat. Exhale, forehead onto the mat. Inhale, come back up into cobra. Hold this cobra. And from here, we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So your elbows come right underneath your shoulders. Open up the chest even more. And relax into this pose. Just stay here, take a few deep breaths, and arrive within yourself in this practice. Give yourself a little smile. What a beautiful day to practice. Then bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up into all fours. Tuck your back toes. And then send your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart, extend through the shoulders, and then start walking out your dog here, bending one knee at a time. Maybe also lifting your heels off the mat. Bring some movement into this downward facing dog, very gently. Bending one knee and extending the other. Find stillness in this downward facing dog. Find a focus point for your eyes. Straighten the back. Hips up high. Deep breath. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat and then step your feet forward and out into your Malasana squat, opening your knees out to the sides. Drop your hips down low and then press your elbows against your knees and your palms in front of your chest, deepening this stretch even more. Your chest comes up, look to the front, and hold this Malasana squat. You can start rocking from side to side a little bit if that feels good for you, just bringing some movement into this pose. From left to right, just ease into this hip opener. If you can't go as low with your hips, don't worry about it, just stay where you are. The more you practice, the better you will get. Have patience with yourself, and then find stillness in this Malasana. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Plant your hands onto the mat in front of you and step your feet back into downward facing dog. Again, extend through the spine. Try to bring your heels down towards the mat. Deep breath in and exhale. Look to the front of the mat, step your right foot between your hands, and then drop your back knee onto the mat, untuck your toes, and bring your upper body up into low lunge. Hands can stay on your right knee, pressing against the knee and opening the chest. Sink low with your hips. Right knee is on top of that right ankle. From here, you will bring your hips back up a bit. Engage your core, suck your belly in, hold this pose, and then you want to tuck your chin in as well, looking down towards your right quad and feeling into the stretch in your left hip flexor. Hold this pose for another breath. And then drop your hips back forward, coming into low lunge. Open your shoulders. Try to sink a little bit deeper with your hips this time. Exhale, bring your hands onto the mat. Now send your hips back, extend your front leg, and fold on top of that right leg, coming into our half split. Feel into the stretch in the back of your right leg. Only go as far down as you feel comfortable, wherever that might be today. Inhale, now come back into low lunge, bring your hips forward, sink deep, right knee on top of that right ankle, and then we're coming into a side bend here. So your right hand comes onto the floor next to you, your left arm comes over your head, and you're going to bend over to your right. Holding this side stretch, breathe deeply into your left side body. Hold. And then exhale, release back into your low lunge. Hands onto your right knee, open the chest, inhale, and exhale, bring your hands onto the mat, lift your back knee off of the mat, and step back into your downward facing dog. Stretching out our back and our shoulders. One deep breath here. And then look to the front of the mat, this time stepping the left foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee onto the mat, untuck your toes, and then bring your upper body up into low lunge on the other side. Sink deep with your hips, left knee right on top of your left ankle, and hands onto your left knee. Again, bring your hips back a little bit. Engage your core and suck your belly in. Hold this pose and then tuck your chin in as well, feeling into the stretch in your right quad muscle. Stay in this low lunge variation for a couple of seconds. Deep inhale And then exhale, drop your hips forward into low lunge. Try to go even deeper, opening your chest out. And then plant your hands onto the mat and send your hips back, extending the left knee, coming into our half split. Fold your upper body on top of that left leg as far as you feel comfortable. Hold and breathe. Inhale, come back up into low lunge, and then bend right over to your left side. Left hand coming onto the mat next to you, right arm over your head, opening out the right side body. Breathe deeply. Give yourself a nice side stretch. Exhale, both hands back onto the mat, next to your left foot. Lift your back knee off the mat, and then step back with that left foot into your downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. Take one deep breath in this downward facing dog. And then look to the front of the mat. Bring your legs forward, crossing them and coming into a seated position. Plant your feet onto the mat, scoop your hips forward, and then release your upper body down onto the mat, coming onto our back. Here we will come into a few more gentle stretches. First, you bring your right ankle onto your left knee, then reach for your left thigh, cross your fingers behind your left thigh, and press your right elbow onto your right knee, sending that knee out to the side and trying to bring that left thigh closer to your body, feeling a nice stretch in your right glute muscle. Hold this pose. Try to relax your glutes. Try to go deeper with every exhalation and bring that left thigh even closer to your body. One more inhale. And exhale, release the left foot onto the mat. And switching sides, now the left ankle onto your right knee. Bring that left knee out. Reach with your hands for that right thigh. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh and press your left elbow into your left knee. Pull the right leg towards your body, feeling a nice stretch in your left glute muscle. Deep breath into your glute area. Try to let go of any tension that you might hold in this area. Relax into this stretch. We hold for another breath. And then exhale, release your fingers, release your right foot onto the mat, your left foot onto the mat, and then just swing your knees from side to side, releasing any tension out of the hips. Left to right and right to left. Close your eyes and then come back to center. This time extending your right leg out. Take your left knee in, grab it with your right hand, and then twist that knee over to your right side. Bring your left arm out to the side and look over your left shoulder. A nice restorative twist for the spine to close up the practice. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat and releasing that left knee to the ground. Exhale, come back to center, release that left knee, switching sides now. Bring your right foot in, extend your left leg, and then grab that right knee with your left hand, sending it over to your left. Right arm out to the side, maybe bend your elbow and look over your right shoulder. Again, trying to keep both shoulders connected to the mat and twisting from the belly button. Close your eyes and just relax. Exhale, untwist your body. Come back to neutral. Bring your legs in, grab the back of your thighs, and then roll yourself up. Find momentum and come up into a cross-legged position on the center of your mat. Let's take a deep breath in together. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head, look up. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of your chest, bowing down to yourself and thanking yourself for this beautiful practice today. You did such a great job in releasing that lower spine of yours. I hope this flow helped you to relieve any pain. Let me know how you liked it, and I'm excited to see you in the next class. I hope you enjoyed this class. It was a pleasure to flow with you. And if you're interested in more yoga videos, maybe you want to check out the next class over here. See you there on the mat.